Hello everybody, this is the Birch-Koala crew here once again with more Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. This is DoctorJhonReborn.
And I'm Shank02.
And in the previous episode we defeated
most unusual, yes?
as our friend Boris here said, the wolf-like UG.
Well, there is not evidence to prove it.
And I decided to just leave this particular codec conversation in just simply because just both for the sake of at least showing one non-mandatory codec call conversation, and just because sometimes these guys say some relatively interesting stuff relating to like the boss fight you just did or something.
This can only be a good thing, yes?
I can't remember, but
that wolf dog
pretty freaky shit. I'm trying to remember if it was when you first start in this area. When you talk, if you talk to Courtney, I think she spills a cup of coffee. I can't remember now.
Yeah. That was actually the codec call that I got out, because that, though it was humorous, I didn't think it was necessarily worth showing. I'm thinking like probably. Perhaps make it later down in the road, closer to the closure of this one, whenever that is. It's probably like a little collection video of the codec calls you could have had.
Guess that's why it was still just a prototype. But then why put it out on the front lines?
Who knows? Maybe it was the field test. In any case.
Or maybe somebody just wanted to fuck with the robot dog. Because people can be dicks like that.
You know, I almost felt sorry for the little guy.
What? That UG? Why? Because it couldn't disobey its orders?
Yeah, that, and I don't know, it didn't seem especially interested in fighting you somehow.
But was it really?
I wonder if that would become relevant later down in the road, hint hint.
You could be right. It's just... it didn't seem like just another UG to me. Maybe it's because I'm such a dog lover.
That was no
that was not a freaking terrier, Courtney. That was a fucking robotic wolf.
Whatever it was, it attacked you. You had no other choice.
If you need more convincing why robotic wolves are a bad idea, may I point you to Five Nights at Freddy and certain bot out there named Foxy? Yeah.
Wait,
just to point it out, not a good idea.
Are we referring to Foxy 1.0 or Foxy 2.0? No.
From the first game.
Well,
the first game. Original Foxy.
I don't know. The original, like the first Fox, like...
Yes, I know the technicalities.
He runs down hole, but in the second one, he actually jumps at you.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the technicalities, but still. I was referring to the first game's box.
Oh.
And here I just decided to say fuck you to one of these guys and just blow them up as well, just to show really quick how the sub weapons in this work. And he's out.
Blow it out.
And time to take down this little bitch here.
It slices, it dices, and it even takes out their spine!
But the question is, can it blend? Yes, it can.
I guess.
Oh, and by the way, don't make this stupid boo-boo I made here. Always keep the ninja run on. I completely forgot, and...
What's wrong?
Yeah. The recording curse indeed decided to strike back. Let's try this again. This time the ninja run button on the full throttle, as it should always be during this game. Really, there is never a reason not to use the ninja run, unless the game specifically tells you not to. Which I don't actually think it ever does. That's it, pretty cool sequence. And now, a little bit of an annoying, I don't know, can you really call this mini boss, but still a little bit annoying fight. My personal tip, equip the homing missiles, get a clear shot, and then fire away. Homing missile stuns this thing for a little while, which gives you enough time. Talk about a fucking ace shot. In case you didn't see that, my homing missile hit that thing's missile, and yeah, nothing happened. Building away, come on. I really don't like this fight simply because, well, technically you don't need to use homing missiles, but otherwise getting up to this thing can be really annoying because it can do that. It can shift between the points here. And unless you climb up here, it's really hard to get to this thing. So homing missiles are pretty much preferred in this fight, just so you can at least whack this thing a little bit.
I like how they actually gave it like a little dizzy symbol thing in the front of it.
Yeah. Nice little attention to detail plus a little gag, I presume. This battle can take a little while if you're unlucky like I was during this recording, or just a little bit too reckless. But and I got a fucking missile to the face. I don't know how the hell it's still intact, but fucking nano machines. That's the explanation for everything.
Yes.
Okay, got it to shine blue, and now, thank you, activating the finisher. And I'm not gonna lie, these are really satisfying when you get to do them.
Yep.
Down it goes. And sadly, I didn't get neither A or S rank because that took a little bit too long. God damn,
That and you sort of killed a person.
No, that actually, if you look closely, that thing doesn't have a cockpit, but it does have like the same sort of red eyes like some of the other cyborgs. So that thing was UG remote.
No, I mean when you use the rocket launcher on the guy with the shield.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works.
I don't think that's supposed to reduce your points because I don't think that those two at the bridge counted towards it. I think it's only that hammerhead that counts towards the point. But whatever. Anywho, time to kill some more bitches. And once again, I failed to save the hostage because it is fire. But I don't give a fuck at this point. Also, I really fucking hate these flying Variant. These fucking flying enemies.
You know they're there, but you just can't bloody reach them!
That and... okay, well, they're not too bad right here, because this is still somewhat manageable. You can at least get to some rooftops and such if you need to get to their levels, so it's not too bad. Later down the road, when there's gonna be a whole bunch of these and they bomb rush you, that's when they get really annoying enemies to deal with. Still, they're not my most hated enemy type in the game. Oh no, we get to those motherfuckers during the next chapter mission. Better savor the rage for where it's deserved. Just picking up some of the few collectibles, which are easy to spot with the
So that's
the
where they're holding.
Some kind of electronic lock on the gate.
well, let's just call it
Most
right
likely
its own
only if you have the right
oh
data stored in
Batman
your left
detective
hand.
mode, because that's basically what it is.
Cyborg with access and borrow it.
You see any cyborgs around here, Doc?
Why not double back? Check the vehicle route again. You know, back at the entrance to the old city. Who knows? Maybe you can hitch a ride. Most likely, platoon commanders carry correct ID data for the gate. Use enhanced mode to figure out who to hit.
Enhanced mode, that's what it was, and as soon as he finishes, some lamps to slaughter arrive right away. These guys have really nice timing.
Oh yeah.
And so this is basically the point where the game officially introduces the hand collecting mechanic that I mentioned in the previous part, and in this episode it should show pretty clearly why that can be rather finicky at times and not something that I necessarily go out of my way to do. Slaughtering these guys for the hell of it and to get some points. Come on, stop blocking. There you go. Now dead. Now you're dead.
Now where's the hand?
And the left. Yep, the left hand, and the reason why this is kinda annoying that is because if you happen to hit this guy in a wrong angle, he dies before you can get that left hand, and yeah, basically that. Hit at wrong angle and you screw yourself out of the left
You hit
hand.
them all? Well, you just have to fight your way through.
I mean, I know technically I guess you can use this free blade mode, but truth to be told, I'm not too good with that because you have to use your other analog stick to basically align your cutting line, and for me that's a kind of a pace breaker and doesn't always work. So I don't really use the free blade mode.
Yeah, because I know it's a pain in the
Also,
ass to use when
these
you're
guys can
on a
also be
certain
annoying because they
boss.
got a... yeah. Well, actually, assuming that we are referring to the same boss, there is actually another way around that attack, which I think you are referring to. But we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, let's just focus on killing these assholes, and in case you couldn't know, that one mook that was able to bomb rush me, they're a little bit annoying variants of the common mook, basically tons of armor, so you can't cut them down as easily. But to make the fight a little bit easier, so you can damage them enough so that when their limbs are glowing blue, you can basically cut those up, and after that they're basically useless. You won't be able to do the Sandatsu on them that way though.
I was gonna ask you this, but do you have the Grey Fox skin DLC for this game?
Ah yeah, it's actually good thing you brought that up because well, since I already mentioned the battle points in the previous part, I was going to bring up the whole DLC and alternate costumes things. I am planning to show some of the alternative costumes that you can unlock both during this game and the one that I got when I bought this game relatively new, which is the one you just said, the Grey Fox suit. I am planning to show those. The thing just is that outside of the ones that you unlock as you go through the game normally, some of the especially the Grey Fox suit, not to mention his weapon, they cost a lot of points, so if I wanna show those, I may have to grind a little bit at times. But yeah, I'm planning to show those during this run.
Nice. Are there any other particular weapons that you like in this game other than the katana, or do you just stick to the blade?
So you got it out there.
Those I have.
Got it out there.
That woman.
So sorry, you could. Sorry, brain fart. Brain fart. Blah blah blah. If you were asking about the Grey Fox's katana, that's
Nah, it wasn't that. Like, I was just saying, like, are there any other weapons you like using instead of the katana blade itself, or like something that you get from the bosses?
Oh yeah, the additional weapons. Okay, well, for that, okay, I'll admit that was kind of fun.
I just dodged a bullet.
But yeah, as for the additional weapons, well, there is actually only, out of all the weapons you can get this, I only use one certain additional weapon outside of my main one, but I'll savor that once we get introduced to the whole additional weapon gimmick after this chapter. And
nice.
Wouldn't you know it, yeah, that also concludes this episode of Metal Gear Rising Revengeange. So, until next time, when we continue on with Raiden's missions to kick some ass and claim some more names, this is DoctorJhonReborn.
And I'm Shank02.
Saying bye-bye everyone, see us later.
See you in the next part. Now I'm starting to have the brain farts!